guys, Debbie here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Today's video is going to be first time playing with this palette. It's by Peachy Queen and it's the We're All Mad Here palette. Look at the artwork on the front of this. I've got to admit this is what attracted me to it because I love cats so much, but it's a beautiful colour story inside. So I'm going to show you that and create my first look with it, give you a bit of a first impressions on the palette and what I think of it. Because also I've never tried their formula before, so if you want to see that then please keep on watching. Okay, as I say, so this is the palette. It's cardboard packaging and the ingredients are all on the back. It's got a mirror inside with a really nice kind of shape around the mirror. I appreciate that. And then that's all of the colours inside. It's got a very shiny black background, so I think it's reflecting a little bit off of my ring light. Hopefully you can see the shades there. So we've got 5 shimmers and 5 mattes in the palette, and then 2 kind of toppery shades. These 2 are toppers. So very excited to play with it because I think it's such a unique Halloween colour story. Not kind of what you might expect. It's not kind of as vibrant orange. It's kind of off slightly. The purples are a bit more muted. Just really, really beautiful. So I'm excited to play with it, as I say. So let's just get right on with that and create an eye look. So my eye base today, we're going to go in with Max Painterly Paint Pot. An old classic. Had this for literally years. Probably need to throw it away, to be honest, but it still works okay. A little bit drier than it used to be, but I do love the tones of it, and I always got on well with this one. I was just going through my drawers, having a bit of a tidy up, and saw it again. I thought, you know what, I need to use that up, so that's what we're going to do. I've primed over my entire lid today without really thinking about what look I'm going to do. But I am going to be using some of those shimmers because there's some really, really beautiful shimmers in here. Okay, so what do we want to do? I think I'm going to take the Wrong Way, which is like a, I don't know, it's a grey, but it's got a bit of purple about it. The shimmers I want to use are Poison and Time, so these 2. That's as far as we've got. Probably use a bit of orange as well. This one is Nightmare or Tricks. Kind of, it's going to evolve as it goes. So I think we're going to start with Wrong Way. I love that this is an Alice in Wonderland kind of theme to it. I made a think like that, and as soon as I saw this I had to have it. I've had it for quite a long time, but I was saving it for Halloween. I know most YouTubers, as soon as they get something they want to use it, but I don't know, my videos never like get a massive amount of views, and it takes me forever to get things to the UK in any case. By the time I've got them they're never new, so then I just decide to use them in my own time really, and when I feel like using them. And I wanted to save this one for like middle of October or maybe towards the end of it, because I probably want to do a 3 looks 1 palette with this one because it does inspire me quite a bit. So I thought we'll start with the first impressions now, and then I'll probably by the end of the month get a 3 looks with it. And I haven't seen anyone else do any sort of look with this palette, so I don't even know if any of you have bought it or what you guys think about Peachy Queen in general, but you can probably recreate a lot of the looks that I do with other things in any case. So I'm going for a bit more of a rounded shape, and I'm just packing the colour on at the moment, and I'm trying to get that quite strong in my crease, and I'm loving this colour so far because it's pretty pigmented. Hardly any kick up in the pan. And I think me and this formula are going to get along well. I've been using a lot of drugstore makeup just lately, which I've been able to get really nice looks out of, but it takes some time to build, and it's nice to go back to an indie product, which, let's be honest, indie brands just kill it. They're just incredible. Like the formulations are just so much better than anything you might find from one of the bigger brands or from the drugstore, in my opinion. This cost me quite a lot to get it to the UK though, so if you're in the UK it's not a cheap option at all. Shipping and customs made this the price of like a luxury product for me, but I just had to have it when I saw it. I think I'm going to do a video on all of my Halloween palettes. Would you guys like to see a kind of ranking video? Because I've got enough to be able to rank them now. I think that could be fun. Built up that colour. I don't want it to be like my crazy winged out shape as such. I just want to keep it reasonably contained. Done a lot of the wing shape lately. I'm just looking straight on just to see if I'm kind of even, because I tend to neglect this eye. I'll start with this one, build this up quite a lot, and then I forget about getting this one back symmetrical, and then I go to take pictures like for my thumbnails or my Instagram, and one eye looks different to the other, and that's the only time I actually notice is when I go to do that. This brush I'm using, by the way, is the JH51 by Morphe Jacqueline Hill. My favourite brush at the moment. I'm just really loving this one, how you can get right into your crease because it's kind of pinched, but it's a good packing brush as well. Right, I'm going to start by just blending this colour just without anything at all on it first. And I've taken it up high-ish, but not too high, because I want to make sure we've got enough room to bring another colour in there and for that colour to really show in the look. So I'm just working on just diffusing these edges, and this is a Morphe brush, the M506. I'm always excited if I find a grey shade that performs well. A lot of people don't like grey shadow, but I love it. Right, I think we're going to use Nightmare as my colour to blend above there. I'm going to see if it's strong enough, and if not, then I might need to bring some tricks into the look. But I'm going to try Nightmare. So I'm just going to go 50% on, 50% off of that colour. That's got an interesting tone to it. It's a bit more yellowy orange than I thought it would be, but it's quite a strong colour. It's an interesting colour to blend with grey. It's probably against all of the makeup colour theory rules, but we're doing it anyway. Building a fair bit of pigment up, but I'm doing it bit by bit. And I've left this front portion because I probably want to put something else there. Haven't decided what. I think Peachy Green have got some really interesting palettes. They had a Ouija board palette last year, and it has been brought out again this year, or it has been available a few times through the year, I think. And that one interests me because it's an interesting colour story, but as I say, it cost me a fortune to get these palettes, so I just bought one. I kind of wish I'd have bought two at the same time because it's more economical on the old customs shipping and whatnot. Wasn't sure an orange and grey blend would work. In the true sense of it being a proper blend between one and the other, it probably doesn't, but I don't care. I just think it looks really effective. It's something I haven't really done before, and that's what I'm always after doing, really, just trying new things. Alright, just going to blend that Nightmare shade, the orange. Not going to add any other colours above that, so I just want to just diffuse the top of that now. Glad I went in with the Nightmare shade and not the bright orange. I think that's worked so well. I really like that. I think I am going to carry Nightmare down onto my lower lash line. I was going to put something else on my lower lash line, but I think I love it so much how it looks. I think we'll just continue it round. I'm going to use a short shader. It's the E20 from Sigma, but any of these sort of ones that allows you to stamp on your lower lashes works good for this kind of thing for me. Such a unique tone of purpley grey. I absolutely adore this colour. Just pretty much replicating as far as I've gone on the upper lid onto the lower lid here. And then we're just going to blend that out with Nightmare like we've done above. I'm just going to, as I say, just keep it simple, I think, because it works so well. Guys, I'm going to cut the front portion of my crease and sort of a little bit higher into my crease in this inner corner with NYX Glitter Primer. I'll rock my head back because I want to get right into that crease with it, because I'm always going to take one of these shimmers into the crease So just in the upper part of my crease from here and towards like where we've got the grey dark part starting there, we're going to go in with Poison. Yeah, I'm liking how that's looking, just giving us that flash of gold in the crease there. Such a warm goldy orangey tone. There's so many unique tones in this palette, I love it. And on the lid we're going to use Time pretty much everywhere that we've not got shadow at the moment. That's changed things up a lot, hasn't it? When we get into this Poison area, we're just kind of creating a little blend between the two there. That's a beautiful shade of green. Going back in with a bit more of Wrong Way, the grey that we started with, just to make sure we've got as much blend as we can between the mattes and the shimmers. Not an easy thing to do for me. They're not colours that mesh together particularly well. I almost needed a satin shade to mesh between the two. Everyone hates satins, I quite like satins for that. Right, in this little area of my lower lash line here, I want to try out one of these toppery shades, so I think I'm going to use Madness. Yeah, I'm going to use Madness, which looks green to me. It probably didn't show up very green on camera there. It's like a mint colour. I'm going to pick it up on a pencil brush and then I'm going to spray it. It's quite flaky. Wow, look at that. Yeah, it's pretty flaky and sparkly. It's not a pressed glitter though, it's just like one of those flaky shadows, but ultra pretty. It's just giving us a little flush of interest in that tear duct kind of area of my lower lash. You're definitely going to need to spray it or apply glitter glue with this though. I love how that looks. Just going to blend it in just a little bit with that Poison shade that's on the lid. So that's the look right now, guys. Just going to hop off camera to do the finishing touches. I'm going to put Equalise by Lethal Cosmetics in my waterline, some mascara and a lip, and I'll be right back with you. Okay guys, here's the finished look. In my waterline, as I say, I went with a Lethal Cosmetics Side Effects gel liner in the shade Equalise. It's a beautiful green and it just echoes that green that's on my lids. And then on my lips today is an LA Splash Classic Horror lipstick, and this one's in the shade Drac. Okay, thoughts on the palette then? Well, I'm really enjoying it. As you could see in the video, I think the mattes are super creamy. That one, Wrong Way. It went on so pigmented, no patchiness whatsoever, blended out really easily, which is rare for that kind of deep kind of greyish shade. They normally go patchy or quite ashy when you blend them out, but it just kept its pigmentation, but it was easy to blend the edges. Not really too much kick up. I don't swirl my brush at all anyway, but there was minimal kick up. It's not a powdery formula. As I say, it's quite a creamy matte formula, if that makes sense, but really, really enjoyed that shade. And I found that other shade I used, Nightmare, to be the same, to be honest. It stayed pretty vivid in the look. It blended really nicely with Wrong Way. Really liked it. The shimmer formula that's on my lid, so I've got Time on my lid and Poison in my crease. And there's other shimmers like that, so Darkest Hours and Fright and Forest, they're all like that traditional shimmer formula, but beautiful and reflective nonetheless. And then you've got these two super pretty topper shades, and I used Madness in my inner corner there. So you've got a green one in Madness and you've got Moonlight, which is like a a blue silvery sort of shade. So there's quite a lot of directions, both warm and cool, that you can take this palette in. I think if you packed Poison all over the lids, had Tricks in your crease and blend it out with Nightmare, you'd have the perfect fall look. You've got shades to deepen it up that are both warmer, like with shadows, or you can go a bit cooler with Wrong Way or Wicked. Yeah, absolutely love the colour story. Bought it, as I say, because of the image on the front. Peachy Queen are one of those brands that I've noticed are coming out with a lot of palettes, one after the other, and then that always makes me think, is it going to be good quality, particularly on an indie brand? But, you know, I've had a really good time with this palette. I'm off to go and see if I can find some coupon codes for the Ouija palette now, because I really want to own that one, having tried this. So guys, you'll have to let me know, have you tried Peachy Queen? What do you think of them? What palettes have you got from the brand? I'd love to chat about it down in the comments. If you like this video, then please give it a like. That helps me out in the whole YouTube algorithm thing. And if you're new to my channel, I'd love it if you consider subscribing before you go. But that's all I've got for you today, guys. So I hope you're having a lovely day or night wherever you are, and catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.